Hello students, welcome back to my channel Tech Teacher Shruti. In last video we have seen about event listener interfaces. Okay, today we will see about handling the events by using a delegation event model, how to through program. Okay, how to write a program to handle the events by using a frame, that we are going to see in this video. See here. Okay, now we are writing a program that illustrates the handling of events by using a frame. Okay, what exactly the frame is? Frame is a class and it is a top level window. Okay, this is a frame. We can call this as a top level window, and it has its own border. We can set a title for this. It has 3 buttons: minimize, maximize, cancel. Okay, in this frame we are using one text field and one button. Okay, we are using one text field, one button. These we can call as a components. Okay, and this frame we can call as a container. Okay, for this button we are using one label, that is click me. Okay, in this program what should happen is, what action will happen is, when I will click on this click me button, it should display some messages in a text field. Okay, like that we have to write a program. Okay, when I click on a button, it should display some welcome message. Means we are handling a button click event or a action event here. Okay, now we will see how to write that program. Okay, I am using a Eclipse to execute the program. How to create a class, how to execute a program in Eclipse, that I will share a separate video. Okay, see here. This is the event demo class I written to handle the action event. Okay, first I am importing a package, that is java.awt.star. Star means it includes all the classes and interfaces. Okay, java.awt package. What actually it provides is, it contains all the classes and interfaces creating for a user interface. What actually the user interface? This we can call as a user interface. Okay, what we are seeing now? User interface. Okay, this we can call as a, we are seeing now this interface. Okay, in that user interface we have displayed one text field, one button. Okay, this we can call as a user interface, and this is the window. We can call this as a user interface. Okay, to create this user interface, what are the necessary classes and interfaces are there? No, we need know that this package will provide. And next you are importing another package, that is java.awt.event. What actually this package provides is, it provides all the classes and interface to handle the events. Okay, to handle the events which are generated by AWT components. Okay, what are the AWT components? Sorry, this text field and button, these two we can call as a AWT components. Okay, we can use a checkbox, radio box, text area. Okay, these all are we can call as a AWT components. In this program we are using a text field and button. Next I am writing a event demo class, that is extending a frame class. Okay, by using a frame I am handling a event here, so we need to extend a frame class. See here, when I will move a cursor on this, it will show C here. So it means frame is a class. So we are using a extends keyword. Okay, button click is action event, already I told. Okay, button click is a action event, so it should implement action listener interface. See here, I is there, so it is a interface, so we need to implement that. We need to use a keyword implements. So we are implementing a action listener class. Why? Because we are handling a action event here. Okay, next we need one text field. Okay, for that I have initialized a text field here. Okay, next I am writing a event demo constructor. Within that event demo constructor, whatever GUI or whatever user interface we need, now we are setting that user interface, like setting a title here, setting a text field height and width. Okay, we are adding a text field, we are adding a button to that interface. Okay, that we are doing within a event demo constructor. Okay, set title. Okay, this is the set title method is used to set a title for a frame. Okay, see here, AWT frame set title means this method belongs to frame class. Okay, we are using this set title method to set the title for a frame. What title I am given? Event handling using frame. Next we are creating the components here. Okay, what are the components? We are using text field and button. Okay, first I have created the object of text field, and for that object we are setting a bounds here. Okay, this is a text field object. For this text field we need to set some height and width and x coordinate and y coordinate value on this container. Okay, to set that we will use a set bounds method. Okay, set bounds method, what exactly it will do? It will set the x coordinate value, y coordinate value, width and height for this text field. Okay, next we are creating one button. Okay, next we are creating a one button, and on that button whatever message we will pass here, now whatever string we will pass, that it will display. I am passing a click me, so it will display click me. For this button also we are setting a bounds, x coordinate value, y coordinate value, height and width and height. Okay, now when I click on this button, it will generate a action event. Okay, to handle that event, the event source must be registered with the event listener. So for that I am using b.add action listener. Okay, add action listener, and this method is taking one argument, right? Action listener here means object of this action listener or a reference of this action listener. For that I am passing the current reference of this class. Why? Because this class is implementing this action listener. Okay, so this refers to current reference of this event demo class. Okay, this points to current reference of class which is implementing a action listener. Okay, next is we are adding the components to the frame or a container. To add the components to the container we will use a method add. Okay, add, we are adding this to container, so b we are adding, that is button we are adding, and text field we are adding. Okay, now we created a one frame, we set a title for that. Okay, we created one text field, we created one button, we set the bounds for that like a height, width and all. Next we added this text field and button to the container. Next we are setting a size for this frame and layout manager for this frame. How to do that? That we are doing here. Set size. Okay, see here 600 by 600, that is height and width. Okay, we are setting a size for a container and we are setting a layout manager to null. We are passing a null here. Okay, some of the layout managers are there. Okay, those will use to arrange the components on the container systematically. Okay, here we are not using any layout managers, so I am passing a null here. Why? Because we already set the bounds for button and text field, so I am passing the null here. If we not used this set bounds method, we will use a set layout new flow layout. Means we have set the layout manager to flow layout, which is a default layout. Okay, next we are using a method that is set visible. Okay, means it makes, this method makes the frame visible on the screen. So I am passing a true here. If I pass a true, it will makes frame visible on the screen. Okay, this is the GUI setting or a user interface setting we did. Okay, see here, one frame we have taken, one title is there and border is there, size of frame is there. We have added the we have created the components, we have added the components to the container. Okay, and event source is there, that is button is there, and after clicking on that button action event will be generated. So we need to register this action event to handle the event. So we did the registration of this button also. Okay, next is when we will register. Okay, it will listen, the action listener will listen to the event. Okay, when I click on a button, the action listener interface will be called. Okay, and action listener interface will invoke the method called action performed. Okay, and when I click on button click, what action should happen? It should display welcome message. So that code I am writing within a action performed method. Okay, when I click on when I click on button click, the action listener interface will call or invoke action performed method. Next, what it will display? In text field, it will display welcome. So by using a text field object reference, I am setting a text welcome. For this text field, I am setting a text that is welcome. Okay, whatever message I will set here, no, that message it will display after clicking on a button. Okay, next we are writing a main method and we are creating the object of event demo. Okay, when we will execute this event demo program, it will create a event demo object and it will run this all the programming lines. This is how we will handle the events by using a frame. Now we will execute this program. Here event demo is there. I will run this program now. Run as Java application. See here. This is our frame. Okay. For this frame, I have set a title and border height and width also, that is 600 by 600. One text field is there and one button is there. This text field and button are very small now. Are you seeing this? Okay, I will change the size of that. See here. I will set the change the height and width of that. Okay, this is the button. I will change that also. Okay, and I will just change this to click. Now you will see the difference. Okay, I will execute once again. See here, the height and width of a text field and button is also changed, and label whichever displaying on button is also changed. Initially it was click me, now it is a click. When I will click on this button, it will display welcome here. Okay, I have for this text field I have set the text welcome, right? So it is displaying welcome here. Okay, I will change this now. Okay, once again I will execute this, and I will click on this button. It will display welcome to frame. Okay, this is the program to handle the events. Okay, and about this flow layout, I have in description box I have shared one link. Okay, please go through that link. Okay, it describes about the layouts. Okay, this difference I will also show now. Okay, I will comment it, and instead of null I am using a flow layout manager here. Now I will execute. Okay, according to in a flow layout manager, what is the default size it will provide for components. Now based on that size it will display the components on the screen. Flow layout means one after the other. The components will display one after the other. First I have added the button, so it is showing a button here. See here, first I have added the button, so it is showing button. Next I have added the text box. Next, so it is showing text box. Okay, I will interchange this. Now I will execute. It will show first a text field, then button. See, now it is showing text field, then button. I will click on this. It will show some message here. Okay, whatever default size that layout manager will use now, based on that default size it will display the components on the frame or a container. Okay, and one more is this is set visible. Okay, what this method will do is this will make visible the frame visible on the screen. I will show this also. If I pass it false, now the frame will not visible. I will execute now. See here, there is no frame is visible on the screen. I will change this to true. I will run. Now the frame will visible on the screen. Okay, this is how we will handle the events by using a frame. Thank you.